So good afternoon, guys. Welcome to this session. In the previous class, we have studied about the meaning, definition, features and objectives of management accounting. In today's session, we are going to talk about the scope of managerial accounting, functions, advantages and disadvantages. Okay, look at the slide. In scope of management, we are having financial accounting, cost accounting, budgetary control, forecasting, financial management, reporting to the management, statistical tools, financial analysis interpretation, control procedures and methods, internal control and internal audit, tax accounting and office services. Now, how can we correlate, or when you talk about scope, what do you mean by scope here? Basically, to what extent managerial accounting is applicable to the other fields we are trying to see here. The first one is financial accounting. As you all know, financial accounting deals with historical data. When I say historical data, we are talking about we will record after the event has happened, after the transaction takes place. Maybe I pay wages, then I record it. Maybe I spend for advertisement, then I record it. So after the transaction takes place, we are recording it. Then we will probably classify them, then try to summarize them at the end of the financial year. What basically you try to do is you prepare financial statements, the profit and loss statement and the balance sheet, right? So when you look at the management accounting, from there it is picking the data. Management accounting is more concerned with the future. Financial accounting is taking care of the past, historical. Whatever you record, those financial statements we are taking and we are trying to analyze. So management accounting is closely associated with financial accounting. As we can say, after financial accounting, the statements are prepared, then start the management accounting. Then second one is about cost accounting. When you look at this cost accounting, what you have studied in your last semester, you might have seen the methods, techniques, various techniques of costing. What are the different techniques of costing you have studied? You must have seen like marginal costing is one technique, standard costing is one technique, absorption costing is another technique. So management accounting also uses those cost accounting techniques which will help us in decision making, right? This is going to give the data to the management so that management will take the decision, correct decisions. Moving on to the third one, budgetary control and forecasting. When you look at this, management accounting is going to play a very important role for planning. When we have studied the features of management accounting, we have seen, planning, controlling, coordinating, all those things. So for future plans, for forecasting, for, budgeting plays a very important role, right? So forecasting helps in preparation of budgets. Budgets could be anything like your sales budget, it could be your material budget, it could be purchase budget. Sales budget, we will be talking about which department, how many units will be sold at what rate, what will be the total sales, and so on and so forth. In purchases budget, we will be talking about how much material would be purchased, because like I'll be having opening stock of material, I'll be having closing stock of material, and I will estimate what will be consumed. So in material purchase budget, I will find out what material should be purchased. Then it goes on. In labor budget, we'll be talking about how many number of hours the worker has to work and all. So these budgets are prepared with the help of, basically management accounting does it. So therefore, budgeting and forecasting are very useful tools in the hands of management accounting. Then we talk about financial management, the fourth point. What do you mean by financial management? We talk about finance, financial management, managing money, where to get money from and where to invest. So we are basically talking about your sources and your applications. Sources of funds, where the business will get money from. It could be from equity or it could be from debt, the major sources. When it comes to applications, you basically talk about whether I should invest in fixed assets or how much in current assets or working capital, we call it as. So When you look at this, management accountants, it is very important to know the solvency position, the liquidity position. We basically try to find out all the ratios, right? So financial management and management accounting are also very closely associated with each other. Talking about reporting to management, if you want to take correct decisions, timely decisions in the right time, then there should be a system of reporting to management. So management accountants will prepare special reports, and they regularly supply this information to the management. Statistical tools. When you look at statistical tools, management accountants use various statistical tools. I hope you're already done with some statistics. Descriptive statistics, so you have done it. Like we do charts, we have histogram, bar chart, and different charts. We have arithmetic mean, median, averages also. So measures of central tendency, measures of dispersion, the charts, indexes, or we can talk about graphs and all will be used by management accountants, so that it will be easily, understandable by the management for taking decisions. So we are depending on statistical tools also. Financial analysis and interpretation. In financial accounting, we prepare income statement and balance sheet, so the P&L statement and the balance sheet. So that historical, we are taking that and we are analyzing those things and we are trying to interpret, right? Control procedures and methods. Management accounting is not effective without using control procedures, methods. You have some inventory control, overhead control. This is what you studied in your cost accounting subject last semester. You must have studied in overheads. Maybe you have not studied to the control part, but you have seen how it is accounted. Absorption and allocation and absorption of overheads you might have studied. Internal control and internal audit. Finance is very sensitive issue in every organization, and liquidities, the solvency positions are very, very important. So management accountant use internal control and internal audit to check the loopholes in the financial system of the organization. We have tax accounting. Management accountants uses tax planning methods to reduce the tax liability, and office services is expected to maintain and controls office services such as processing of data, filing, copying and communicating, so on and so forth. This is what you have in the scope, right guys? Moving to functions. Functions of management accounting. When you come to the functions of management accounting, we can see forecasting and planning, modification of data, financial analysis interpretation. Then we have facilitating managerial control, communication, qualitative information, coordinating, and helpful in taking strategic decisions. These are the points. Now, forecasting and planning. Just now we said forecasting and planning are very important tools for achieving the targets, right? The management accountant uses various techniques, as I told you: budgeting, standard costing, marginal costing, analysis of financial statements, and basically which are useful for forecasting and planning activities of the concern. Modification of data. Have you seen the classification? In your cost sheet, we have seen direct material is separate, indirect material is separate, direct is called as prime cost, indirect is called as overheads. So similarly, management accounting also, they classify the data according to their requirement. They will say like what is operating expenses, what is non-operating expenses. So these all will help you in decision making. So this classification of data or modification of data, they classify and modify the data according to the requirements of the management. Financial analysis and interpretation, just now we covered that point in the previous case. Facilitates managerial control. Yes, already done. See, you can see this, what we have learned in what we are studying in functions. Before that, we have seen the scope. Many points are matching here. Communication is there, qualitative information, Now, communication is also very important within the organization and with the outside world also as such. So management accountant prepares various reports at different levels. It could be for management and employees. Now, these reports are communicated to the outsiders later on. Qualitative information. Now, while preparing a budget, management accountant may not only use past figures, but also assess the persons dealing with the budget. They look at the non-quantitative data, right? So they may go for a survey, they'll find out the behavior, the macro analysis, the political environment, etc. Coordinating, yes, management accountant will act like a coordinating agent, right? So the plans and performances of different departments are communicated to them and helpful in taking strategic decisions. So expansion decisions, diversification decisions, make or buy decisions, any important strategic decisions, also the management accounting will help us. This is what you have in functions. Moving on to the advantages and disadvantages. Look at the advantages and disadvantages. You have management's need for information, efficient planning and effective organization, service to customers. Then we have increase in efficiency, maximum profitability, industrial relations, control, contribution to society. Now let us see these points. Management's need for information. Various levels of management, top level management, middle level management, lower level management, they are all associated with different issues, right? And each issue requires unique information. According to my problem, I need the information. So complete and detailed information, the management accountant will provide this to the various levels of management. So this is the management's need. Okay, the top management requires a particular information. The lower level management requires a different information. So this is possible only through management accounting. Then, efficient planning and effective organization. So policies, programs, strategies which are formulated with the help of available information. A sound and effective internal control and audit system can be developed only with the help of these things. So obviously when you do this, it is going to lead to efficient planning. It is going to lead to an effective organization. The third point is about service to customers. Management accounting will help you reduce the cost, produce better quality goods, thereby you are giving service to your customers, better service. Efficiency is increased. The management accounting encourages efficiency in business operations. Now standards are fixed for production by workers. We will say like you have to, in 1 hour time you have to produce 10 units. If you produce more than that, we will give you some incentive. There is an incentive. There is a kind of encouragement given to you. So obviously it is going to increase the efficiency. Maximum profitability. So it is going to help in reduction of the cost. It is going to assist the management in choosing the best alternative for decision making, right? Obviously, when you do all these things, your return on your investment will increase. So it will increase the profitability or maximize the profitability. Industrial relationships. Now, like when you talk about unacceptable standards or substandards, which are often responsible for unhealthy and bad relations between the management and labor class. These can be removed by the use of management accounting. Industrial relationship can be improved overall. Control, I discussed this, the tools and techniques what we are using that will help you in proper control. Timely remedial actions can be taken. And contributions to the society at large. The economic uplift of the community and development of nation's economy can be achieved by use of management accounting. This is all you have in advantages. Moving on to limitations. Now in limitations list you have, it is based on accounting information. Just now I said where accounting ends, the management starts. So it is based on accounting information. There would be lack of knowledge, institute decisions, no substitute of administration, costly affair, personal biasness, psychological resistance. Now, when you look at the limitations part, the first one is saying it is based on accounting information. Whatever information is supplied by financial accountant, you are depending on that data that you are analyzing and you are taking a decision. So you are relying on the accounts department, right? So you depend on the accuracy and reliability of accounting department. If that fellow does some mistake, you will just analyze that and you're going to take decision. This is one limitation. Then, because you're not preparing accounts by yourself, you're depending on some other department. Lack of knowledge. Management accounting requires information and the knowledge of a number of subjects. You should be good at accounting, you should be good at statistics, you should be good at taxation, economics, so many subjects interlinked. So it requires vast knowledge. Therefore, this could be one hindrance or limitation. Intuitive decisions. It has been observed that management avoids the lengthy information provided by the management accountants. So when they are taking decisions, they don't see the full length information. They take decisions on their intuitive. Then intuition-based decisions. So this could also be a limitation. The tools and techniques of management accounting provides only information and not the decisions. Decisions are ultimately taken by whom? The management. Management accounting will give you the information which will help you take the decisions. So management accounting has a supplementary service and has not final say in the taking decisions. So you're only giving you're supplying the decision information so that the management will take the decisions. So you are not giving the decisions, no. So it is like, supplementary part what you're playing. It's a costly affair. Yes, installation of management accounting system requires a lot of funds. It cannot be used by small organizations. That's limitation. Personal biasness. Some areas of management accounting where, personal biased means you can be partial to certain things. Interpretation of analysis, when you're analyzing the financial statements, it depends on the capability and knowledge of the person who is analyzing it. So there could be a possibility that personal biasness would be, and they'll interpret according to their thought process. Psychological resistance. The installation of management accounting system in an organization requires a lot of changes in organizational structure. The rules and regulations need to be changed. So their changes are resisted. People won't accept it. Array, we are very good now. Why are we going for this change and all? So all these things are going to be the limitations of management accounting. This is what we have in this session. Thank you.